from the center of the universe and the Thrive15.com world headquarters.
Let's go!
Presenting the world's only business school without the BS, with optometrist and entrepreneur Dr. Robert Zellner, and the former Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, Clay Clark. It's the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170. 3, 2, 1, boom!
All right, T-Town, are you ready to throw down? Are you ready to learn how to start or grow a successful business? Are you somebody who's crazy enough to start your own business? Well, according to Forbes, Dr. Z, 57% of our listeners are a little bit crazy. They want to start a business at some point, Dr. Zellner.
So if you're in the car and you're driving to lunch because it's noon on Thursday and you're thinking to yourself, I'm hungry.
I haven't eaten anything in like
and I don't want to eat this chicken salad sandwich I packed this morning. I want to do something different. You're driving the car and you got your buddy, your coworker, or you're in your cubicle or you're in your job and you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't want to start a business. And you look to your right and your left. Odds are that both the people on either side of you do.
They do. People, I'm telling you, 57% of people out there want to start and grow a business. And I'm going to go ahead and give you kind of a definition as to why I believe that you should start a business. If you're on the fence and you're going, I don't know. Why would I want to do that? I'm going to give it to you here, okay? The world does not pay you. This is the tough part. The world does not pay you for the hours you work. The world does not pay you for the number of hours you work. Period. They pay you for the amount of value that you can add to the world.
Thank goodness for that.
So if you are listening right now and you're like, okay, I'm good. I can make $50,000 a year doing my thing. Okay, I make $50,000 a year doing my thing. I remember I was working at a place called Faith Highway. It's no longer in business. They sold the business, but it used to be called Impact Productions. And I used to have to make 75 calls a day minimum. And I got to a point where I studied the master in the room, as we mentioned on yesterday's show. If you missed it, go to thrivetimeshow.com. Studied him, got to where I was making 200 calls a day, and I discovered I could make about $70,000 a year. And that was cool because I never got anywhere close to that before that job. I was appreciative.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's the thing about it is that, you may be doing well.
Well,
you may be doing good.
Good.
But this show is about taking good and turning it into great.
And this is where I get excited because the goal of a business is to build a scalable business that creates massive value in the marketplace without needing your direct everyday involvement, Dr. Z.
How's that? Wait a second. So you're saying, and let me get this straight. You're telling me that I should work on my business, not in my business?
And that's why we have these 2-day, 15-hour workshops, because you can't just listen to a show for 10 minutes and go, okay, I have the keys to the universe, I'm off. You've got to work on your business, and we're going to walk you through the methodical steps to do that. And so today, what we're talking about, today's topic, is how to maintain your focus and manage your time, your stresses, your family, how to maintain focus while becoming a successful entrepreneur. How to maintain your focus while becoming, there's a lot of things pulling at you. And we have a very special guest on the show today. We have Mr. Keith Schultz, and he is the owner of a company in Tulsa called Witness Security. Keith, for people who don't know what Witness Security is, what do you guys do?
We provide security for like home security, video surveillance. What I tried to do when I started the company was just create an experience that was going to be a little bit out of the ordinary, out of the box, and be able to provide a service type industry that is different from the rest.
So if I have a house and I just bought my house, maybe I'm going to buy a house and I'm going, I want to have a security system. Is that what you do?
That's exactly what we do.
Dr. Z, have you ever purchased a security system in the past? Have you ever done this?
Yes, I have. And I think it's ironic that he wanted to get out of the box. So therefore he came in the box.
Oh, into the box that rocks.
Into the box that rocks to talk about getting out of the box. I tell you what, you know what? Hey, listen, it's the last week of the year. I'm telling you what, you've only got a few days left to change your 2016. And you know what? You're probably not going to change it, that much. But I'm telling you what, you can kick off 2017. And we talk about being an entrepreneur. There's a component to being an entrepreneur that's acting. You've got to do. You've got to start. You've got to take the first step. You've got to say to yourself, okay, I've got a great idea. I think I can solve a problem with this idea.
Basically, I can solve a problem with my great idea.
And I can make a profit doing it.
I
Okay,
can
so
make a
those are
profit.
the foundations.
Boom.
That's okay. Now we got something to work on, okay? So now you've got to act. And I tell you what, there's no better way to get things kicked off for 2017 than to come to one of our in-person workshops, okay?
Yeah.
I know you're listening to the Thrivetime show on the radio, and we appreciate that. I know you're going to thrivetimeshow.com and listening to past shows because, you know, you missed part of the show, you were taking notes, and you missed part of it, so you go to Thrivetime Show, and you can listen to or re-listen to any of our past shows that we've done on the air, okay? And that's good. And that's a good first step. But I'm telling you what, in-person workshops, you can actually come to the Thrive 15 headquarters. You can actually come see the box that rocks.
I don't want to be upsold a bunch of things in the back of the room, and I have $7 in my bank account.
I
These are my
give you
two
the Dr.Z guarantee.
Okay.
We're not going to bring you here and upsell you a bunch of junk. We're not going to upsell you anything.
Oh, wow.
We're not going to sit there and make these ridiculous statements up at the top of the deal and go, hey, listen, guys, the next 10 people that give me $10,000, I guarantee success. And
Guarantee success.
For $1,000, you can walk on these hot coals, and that will change your life. And
it hurts
get
so
rich
much.
quick. No, it's not that. Listen, we go over. It's a 2-day workshop in person here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at our Thrive 15 headquarters. All right, which is you can see it behind us right now because we're in the box that rocks.
Yeah.
The aquarium, I call it. But you can see the cool setting. It happens right over here. And I'll tell you what, we do 15 hours of hands-on, intensive business coaching.
Two days, 45-minute workshop, 15-minute break. 45-minute workshop, 15-minute break. You take notes. And by the way, they all get a copy of the Start Here book. You got to register right now. You get a copy of the Start Here book. It's right there for you. Looks like the Marlboro cigarette right there. Start here, see, because the thing is, once you get started, you can't stop. Okay.
Oh yeah, so you get like
Start
addicted
Here.
to it. You're just like, I tell you what, this book is awesome, life game changer right there in and of itself. But you come to the in-person workshop, and we have a scholarship program. You may be saying to yourself, I can't afford that.
We can help you.
We can help you because we have local businessmen and women in the community that say, listen, this workshop's a game changer, and I want to dedicate some money. I want to donate some money in your scholarship program because I feel that strongly about it.
Yep.
That anybody wanting to start a business or to say you've got a business, you want to grow your business, you want to learn the practical steps to do that. We've got it for you. January 20th and 21st.
January 20th and 21st. Register now. I'm just telling you what, you don't want to miss out. It's a smaller setting. We don't want to have thousands of people bouncing beach balls. It's very specific, very detailed. Now we're going to get into it now, okay?
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
So
Hold on a second.
Whoa.
Hold on a second, because I know we've been teeing it up and teasing them. They go, well, where do I go to find this? Go to, hey, listen, 2 places you can go and get all the information you need. You can go to thrive15.com. All right.
On the internet?
Yeah. Yes. On the internet. Thank you, Al Gore. Or you could go to thrivetimeshow.com, and both those websites have all the information you have. They break it down for you so you can say to yourself, that's for me or it's not for me. But I'm telling you what, just kick off your 2017 the right way. Act.
Got to act, Thrivers. Now we're talking today about how to turn your dreams into reality while maintaining focus, okay? Because life throws a lot of curveballs at you, okay? So step number 1, you've got to have meta time. Meta time.
What does that mean?
Well, meta comes from the Greek word meaning above or beyond. Those of you who are maybe people of faith, Christian people, typically call it quiet time. I'm just going to say it's got to be a time where you can reflect upon the day that just happened and what went well, what didn't go well, how to improve your systems, problems you had, and then thinking proactively about your day and going, okay, today, this is a day that I've been given, and how am I going to invest this day? What do I need to get done today? Dr. Z, when it comes down to meta time, where do so many people screw that up? A lot of motivated entrepreneurs really struggling. Where do a lot of people get stuck right there?
Well, a lot of people get stuck in what I call busyness.
Oh, boy.
You know, and one thing that I learned from Lee Cockrell, he's one of our mentors on Thrive15.com.
Yep.
He does a beautiful job in teaching and coaching time management. We've integrated his system into the Thrive Nation system, okay, of time management. Because I feel like so many people don't get stuff done because they don't manage their time well.
Oh, no.
So you have to be, you have to set it aside. You have to be proactive in doing this, all right? So the 30 minutes in the morning that I take, or sometimes an hour, depends on the day.
Yep.
You might call it your coffee drinking time, but you want to be proactive and set that aside. You want to get all the distractions away. What does that mean? Turn your phone off? Yes, that means turn your phone off.
Turn my phone off?
I know.
Will I die? Will I die? Is it connected to my pacemaker?
This just in. It's been verified. You will not die if you turn off your
good.
phone.
Good.
Yeah, so that you could mark that off your list, Clay, okay?
Can you stay connected to Facebook while your phone's off?
No, it's not Facebook time. It's not Instagram. You're not Snapchatting. Turn your phone off. Set it to the side, okay?
Why?
Because it's a distraction.
Okay.
So what you do is you be proactive in that. You say, listen, I'm gonna mark off on my calendar from today from this time to this time, 8 to 8:30, 7:30 to 8, 6 to 6:30, whenever that is, and you're going to have that meta time. You're going to have that quiet time. You're going to have that time to think about what happened yesterday, the wins, the losses. You're going to think about what you're going to be doing today. You're going to go over your schedule. You're going to be purposeful about it because you're going to get done what you get scheduled.
Now, Thrivers, we have a downloadable you can have access to when you come to the workshop. We're going to block. It's a template for how to block out your meta time, how to schedule your morning time. We have that for you, the proven system from Lee Cockrell. Keith, I want to ask you, because obviously witness security, you had an idea, you had a dream to start a business. It's doing well. You obviously want to take it to another level too. I mean, it's doing well, and like any entrepreneur, you want to take it to the next level. What question would you have for Dr. Z about maybe distractions or what you can ask the man anything. What questions would you have about dealing with distractions?
I would say, as far as setting aside, like in my time, you're talking about meta time.
Yeah.
Mine is around 5:30 in the morning.
5:30.
5:30 to about 6. So even though my phone rings frequently, it don't ring at that time. So I'm good with that. But at the same time, as far as setting aside time to work on my business throughout the day, because my phone does ring a lot. That's what my question would be.
Well, here again, you've got to be purposeful in that. And first of all, you've got to say to yourself, what do I need to work on? What are my goals? What needs to be fixed? Where's a problem? You got to fail fast. You got to fail forward. Okay. And so a lot of times people are like, hey, I want to work on my business. Cricket, and they're kind of going, what do I do? And I think a lot of times what we need to do is be purposeful in what we're working on. And so many times people spin their wheels working on something that they can't fix. It's too big a problem. You got to break it down into bite-sized things. You got to, boss makes big
obstacles
seem
small.
Thank you.
Boom.
And so as a boss, you got to make those big obstacles seem small. What does that mean? That means even to you got to take those and you say, well, I want to open up an Oklahoma City branch. Yeah. Okay. That's an obstacle. I want to get outside Tulsa now, or I want to maybe go to Bixby, or one of the suburbs around town. I want to be more purposeful in that. So then you have to break that down. What are the steps to do that?
I have a special gift I want to share with you, Z. This relates to this topic.
Oh, this is kind of like Christmas, a gift.
Yeah, you think it's because your book.
It's a late Christmas.
Your book, your upcoming book, is called The Business Pig.
Oh yeah.
And while you were out in Guatemala, I've been looking for an illustrator. And I have found the illustrator to illustrate the book. If you go to thrivetimeshow.com, you're going to see a picture of Dr. Z with a pig. And we have an illustrator that's going to be starting. We've commissioned him to begin illustrating the book starting next week. And I'm just telling you.
That's like the gift that keeps giving.
And so I'm just telling you, but that was on my list of things to get done. So to your point, you have to know what you need to do. I wrote on I call it the deep dives, but I put it on my list. And whenever I have like 10 minutes to go deep, I work on my deep dives. And so I was like, I need to reach out. I need to find an illustrator. I've been interviewing all these people, all these artists, all these designers, and I found the guy. And Johnny, if you're listening, Johnny, he's the dude. He's the man. He's going to be drawing the book. It's going to be great. So stay tuned, Thrivers. We're going to talk about how to stay focused while growing your business. Thrivetime Show.
This show is brought to you by Adobe Creative Cloud. If you're a photographer, graphic designer, video editor, podcaster, business owner, or just creative genius, this is for you. All of your creative tools, all in one place. Creative Cloud includes the entire collection of creative apps for desktop, from favorites like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to new tools like Adobe Experience Design. Check this out. You can create podcasts seamlessly in high quality with Adobe Audition. Did you miss the exposure or looking to create a stunning and beautiful photo? You gotta download Lightroom. Okay. The latest release of Adobe Creative Cloud is here with incredible new features in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of your favorite apps, plus millions of Adobe stock assets and new premium images are built right in. so you can turn your brightest ideas into your best work fast. Make sure that you check out Adobe Creative Cloud. It's at adobe.com. Once again, Adobe Creative Cloud at adobe.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Boom, boom, and boom. Welcome back. We are in your room or in your car, or we are somewhere where you are. It's the Thrivetime Show, your audio dojo of mojo faux show. And I like to do this segment. It's kind of a thing I've been trying here. It's a little social science experiment, Z, I've been trying. I'll mention someone's name, and then I'll see how long it takes before someone texts me. Like, before that person texts me back. So I'm going to try it right now. It's kind of like that game of, what's the game, the telephone game where I tell you a message and you tell someone else? So here's the thing. If you know Terry Fisher, if you're listening right now, you know Terry Fisher, Tulsa entrepreneur. If you know Terry Fisher, tell him, Terry, they're talking about you. His company's called Trinity Chemical, a great company in Tulsa. They haul hazardous waste materials. If you know Terry Fisher, reach out, text him, go on Facebook, hit him up, say, they're talking about you on the radio. Get on there and have him text me. Because we did it the other day with Sean Copeland, the president of Regent Bank, and he had some fun with that. And you're down in Guatemala. He's sending you a text. It's a lot of fun. But Thrivers, seriously, this is the show where we feature local Oklahomies like Terry Fisher, like Dr. Zellner, like the sponsor of our show, Oklahoma Joe's. We feature these people on the show. And Dr. Z, we are honored today to have a very special guest. It's Mr. Keith Schultz. Mr. Keith Schultz of Witness Security. Keith, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Keith, we have some questions. Dr. Z and I, we're talking today about how to, be successful as an entrepreneur while maintaining focus. But we have some questions for you about security, Z.
One other thing I want to do too in the last segment, if you missed it, you can go to thrivetimeshow.com and binge listen to all of our past shows. But Keith asked me a good question in the last segment, and I kind of wanted to wrap up my thought on that a little bit. But he asked about, hey, listen, throughout the day, you get some free time in between the phone calls and the emails and all the fire putting out from, employees calling you, hey, we got a problem. You got some downtime in the day. How do you know what to do as far as working on your business? And I tell you what, I love the way Clay does it. Clay goes old school. He has a running list of stuff to work on, a physical list.
Mike, can you grab my list off the counter while he's talking?
Yeah, go get his list. He has a physical list, and it's in order of that he needs to get done. It's in order of priorities. And so when he gets that little bit of downtime, when he gets maybe he has an appointment scheduled and the person last minute, backs out on him.
8 minutes.
That happens. Yeah, it backs out. And he's like, oh my gosh, I had 30 minutes scheduled to do this thing with this dude. And he backs out last second. So what am I going to do these 30 minutes? He goes to his list.
And I just want to read off a few of them here just to kind of give you an example. If you're on Facebook Live, you can see the list here, okay? So I'm going to read to you here. I called Nate G. Bishop today because he wants to buy a boat, like a decommissioned Navy vessel, and he wants help optimizing his website. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to call Nate G. Bishop. He owns a steel company in China. True story.
Yeah.
I had to call Danielle because Danielle Sprick, one of the coaching clients we work with Sprick Real Estate, her business, she sold $27 million of real estate this year, her team.
Way to go, Sprick. Yeah.
So she sent me this email, and I'm going, are you kidding me? I need to get that captured on video.
Yeah.
I called Rick Miller. What are we calling Rick Miller? I run the team. I said, Marshall, you need to call Rick Miller. Who's Rick Miller? Rick Miller, if you're listening. Rick Miller is a great Tulsa business person, and I wanted to make sure my team reached out to Rick Miller. And these are things where those are things that are on my list. Other things that might sound kind of crazy is I have on my list here, buy a dog for the kids.
Buy a dog. You got to get a dog.
You got to get a dog. These are things the reason why
you need to talk to a man about a dog.
But you got to wake up in the morning and write down what you want to get done. And then when you have those gaps where you come up for air, then you got to really, at that point, seize that opportunity. That's a big morning discipline, Z.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we talked about meta time. We talked about having that time to gather yourself, prepare your notes, prepare yourself for the day. And then Keith brought up a good point. He goes, well, when you get those maybe times you didn't anticipate being open throughout your day, what do? You get on Facebook. Oh, what's the latest? Look at this cat video.
Jennifer Aniston's getting married. Oh my God, what in the world?
What's happening? No, you be purposeful. You have your list that you've already made. Maybe you made it in the morning. You add to it, you refine it, You mark stuff off of it. And I love the old school, just going around with his list. I love that. That's what I used to do. I used to have just my list.
You're above the list now.
Well, I'm not above the list.
Come
but
on.
My list is much shorter than it
I'm gonna
used
say
to
this.
be. What it used to be, my list is
You
much
have built
shorter.
your businesses to the point where you have teammates like myself.
Yes.
That you can entrust to execute the operations.
I hire guys like you to have the list. So.
He is Belichick. He's got his Brady. He's got his
got my
defensive
cutoff
That's
hoodie.
Now here's Keith. We had some questions for you though, because Z and I we don't live in a van down by the river. You guys don't live in a van? I thought you lived on the river. I thought no. So we have some security questions for you. Z, I'm going to start with you. What security questions do you have for Mr. Keith, the expert and the founder of Witness Security?
It seems like that security's, made leaps and bounds in the camera technology.
Yes.
And so it seems like the cameras are much better than they used to be. Tell me a little bit about camera technology and their range and their clarity. Tell me a little bit about cameras these days.
Well, the cameras we install are casino quality cameras. Therefore, they're above 1080p. We sell them in packages that you can get 4 in a package or whatever you'd like to be able to do. And with as far as the clarity, you can zoom in on your phone. You can zoom in after the fact. That's the one thing. Even today, we were able to catch a burglar that broke into a house last night.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I am. And at the same time, we're able to zoom in and be able to determine who it was, and the guy was able to identify him.
Okay, so let's say we have a room. Let's say we have a business, and let's say my business is 4,000 square feet. Okay, and it's one big open room. All right,
I'm tracking.
4,000 square feet, one big open room. How many cameras would you suggest I have to cover that?
In a 4,000 square foot room, if you didn't have 8, you probably would be inadequate.
8. Okay.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
Because otherwise, you can have a lot of square footage that aren't going to be covered. Now, depending on like your entrance, if you have like here, you'd want to be able to cover the entrance and various employees and things that you'd have. Like here, you definitely have to have at least 8.
Yeah, here we probably want one just, like dedicated like Marshall, just to follow Marshall around 24/7.
I know this is going to seem weird, Dr. Z.
Right.
My glasses that I purchased from your business, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates,
Yes,
where I
yes.
went in there, you have the $99 deal. You get the exam and one pair.
Oh, yeah.
I go in there. I talked to your manager, and I don't know if she knows that we had this conversation. She might not remember. It was such a fantastic conversation. It's just too awesome.
Okay.
But I have embedded a camera system with Keith right now. So I am filming you now.
You're filming me while I'm being filmed on Facebook
And the
Live.
contacts that you're wearing right now are filming me. So
Yes.
it's a dream within a dream. And he made it all possible.
He made it all possible. So when you go in and you assess a business, you tell them how many cameras they need and where they place them, right?
Yes.
And now the technology is so cool. Like you said, you can zoom in even on your phone, right?
On your phone, on your computer, whether it's live or recorded video.
So step one, if I'm listening right now and I want to go ahead and reach out, and talk to you, Witness Security. What's your website? What's your phone number? How can I get the ball rolling if I want to learn more?
Witness LLC at witnessllc.com, and then 918-850-3082. That's my cell phone, or 918-289-0880.
I was eating some Oklahoma Joe's baked beans, and it was hard for me to listen to what you said because I was eating some beans. Could you repeat the phone number just one more time and that website one more time?
918-289-0880 and witnessllc.com.
Boom. Now, with Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to get into this point number 2 here, which is all about time blocking. You talk about getting some stuff done. You talk about staying focused. You're going to have to learn to time block. And that's a tough thing because nobody wants to be the kind of person that says no. Nobody wants to be the person who says no, but we're going to have to learn to say no. We're going to learn how to time block. And the best time blocker I've ever seen, this guy blocks like the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Best time blocker ever. Dr. Z, stay tuned.
Are you a business owner? You need to ask yourself right now, how are you backing up your files and important documents? Most businesses have no system for the files in their business. If this is you, you got to use Dropbox. At least sign up for one of their 30-day free trials. Real talk, it's the secure file sharing and storage solution that employees and IT administrators trust. You get as much space as needed at no additional cost. You get unlimited file recovery and versioning, basically creating new versions, and valuable admin controls for secure sharing and collaboration with Dropbox for Business. You got to check this out. After using Dropbox, you'll definitely feel more secure knowing that a virus or power surge can't ruin your computer and your entire business. Try full access to Dropbox Business for 30 days. Head over to Dropbox.com to get started. Again, Dropbox.com to get started.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrivers, welcome back to the Hour of Power, and we are here to pump you up. My name is Clay Clark, and I'm joined here with Dr. Robert Zellner. So how are you?
I am good. Are you Hans or my Franz? Or my Hans and you Franz?
Yeah, you have huge triceps. I love your triceps. I want to talk.
Don't make me do this. Don't.
Sorry, we're taking a lot of steroids in between the breaks.
Hey, really, we tease about it, but that's really what we're about. We're business coaching, and we want to pump you. We really want to pump you up.
We do, and I just think of you for some reason on bulk enhancers, just pumped up all of a sudden. Look at him, he's so huge. He's got such a beautiful face and such a beautiful swollen face. Look at the vascularity. It's huge, the striations. Anyway, I'll be done. The point is, drivers, is that we're here to pump you up. We're going to teach you how to start and grow a business. And so we've got two things we're going to get into today. One, we're going to teach you how to focus and how to eliminate distractions to get stuff done. If you're going to take action, you've got to eliminate distractions. Okay, you have to. It's like if you're driving a car, quit texting, focus. Right. So you got to eliminate distractions. Now, here's the thing: is the second thing is so many of you, literally thousands of you, have reached out and you've said, "Hey, I want to get out to your workshop. When's the next one?" And I got to tell you, the first couple one we already booked out. We've had people come in from Florida. Boca Raton. We had a guy come in from Canada. We've had a lady come here from Oregon. We had a guy come up here from Dallas. I mean, all over the world they're coming in. And I'll tell you this: the next one is January the 20th, and the 21st. Again, January the 20th and the 21st, 2017. And Z, it's a 2-day interactive business workshop, and there's no upsells. We upsell nothing, my friend.
We upsell nothing, and I tell you what, we promise you no upsells. We're not going to get you here and try to sell you a bunch of stuff. What we're going to give you, though, is in depth. We're going to dive in deep to the things that we get to touch on the radio show. All right, and then also, we have our website thrive15.com. I call it the Netflix of business coaching. All right. So you say to yourself, okay, I can watch that. That's good, but I want to meet someone. I want to shake someone's hand. I want to raise my hand. I want to ask some questions, all right? And I want to deep dive a little bit more, sit there with my notes, take my notes, and do that. And that's what we have the in-person workshops for, because the Thrivers have been asking for it. So we're like, well, okay, let's do it. And then step 3 is some of them say, I want even more personal attention than that. Yeah. So now we even have a third step. We didn't start off with it. Yeah. We just listened to our audience. We listened to our customers, the Thrivers out there, and then said, hey, listen, some of us want one-on-one business coaching. Yeah. And now we have that.
A lot of people will run into your optometry clinic, or they'll run into the Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge, or they'll run into your auto auction, or they'll run over to the wedding photography business we have, and they're like, but Clay's not taking any photos. I thought this was his business. Dr. Robert Zellner's not seeing any patients. I thought it was his business. He's not fixing the cars. What do they even do? Well, we built a business, not a job. We built a business, not a job.
Preach that.
So you want to do is you want to build a business that is capable of working without you, meaning you have to take time out of your schedule to work on your business, not just in your business. If all you're doing all day is fixing cars, then you have a job that you're self-employed. But if you build a business, then somebody else is fixing cars who works with you on your team. So we got to talk about...
But I love fixing cars.
You can do that. And the weird thing about it is once you build a repeatable system, you can literally spend your entire day, if you want to, and spend your entire day fixing cars, you could.
Right.
Or doing anything you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're gonna when you build your business and you get it running and it's scaled and you get it running smoothly, because that's what we're here to coach you up on, then guess what? You have options. You have choices, because now you have time freedom. Yep. You have financial freedom. Yep. And if you wake up one day and you say, you know what? I want to go old school.
Old school, baby.
I want to go in and I want to fix a few carburetors. Do they even have carburetors anymore? I want to go fix a few carburetors.
I want to wear my quad skates to work. I want to go old school.
I want to get my hands dirty today.
Yeah.
You know what? You can.
You could. Now, Z, here's the thing is we're talking about how to stay focused. Step 1, you want to block out time for your meta time, a.k.a. your quiet time. Move number 2 is you want to time block. Now, this is weird. Time block. And this is, I'll start off. I'm going to get into this, and Z, I want to get your take on it. During the day, you watch me, Z. I don't ever stop. I book every appointment back to back.
You are robotic.
And then when I go home, my phone's off. And I'll just tell you this. Why do I do that? Because I want to block off time to be with my wife and be emotionally and physically present. I want to be mentally engaged when I'm there. I want to do it with my kids. Z, I see you do it with your kids. But that means I'm turning off all outside communications.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
So Z, educate us about time blocking. Where do most people get this wrong, and how do we get it right?
Well, most people get it wrong because what they do is they think they're blocking and they don't block.
Oh, boy.
What does that mean? That means what I'm saying is this, is that you say, okay, I'm going to spend time with my wife or my kid. Let's just say, for example, this 2 hour, we're going to go on a date night. We're going to do the thing, okay?
Yeah, we're doing the thing.
Yeah, and what happens is you have your phone sitting there and your phone's on.
You're at Oklahoma Joe's. You got
And
your phone with you.
you just ordered your burn-ins and got your baked beans and you're sitting down and
Things
you're
are good.
talking about the day and you're going through all your little things on your date night that you do.
Here it
All of a sudden
comes.
your phone starts to rattle. And you're like, oh, hold on a second, sugar, I got it. So then you pick up your phone and then you're like,
Look, it's a Facebook update.
what? What are you talking about? That shouldn't have happened. Oh my gosh, no, sale, don't buy. Then you hang up the phone, you're like, I'm sorry, honey.
Where were we?
Where were we again?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the phone, bzz, 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 bzz. And so what you did, you didn't block it. You let other things get access into that time. You know, I mean, you've got a meeting. Hey, I'm going to go and sit in front of Billy's snow cone shop, and I'm going to try to sell him my little plastic. I have the business where I have the little paper cups.
Hey, Billy, good to see you. I'm here to sell my plastic cups.
And you've got a meeting with him. It took you a month and a half to get the meeting because
It's
Billy's really busy.
Meeting's at 2:30. I'm at here at 2:20.
And he has 2,000 snow cone machines set up around the state of Oklahoma.
I'm excited to see
He's
Billy.
a big deal in the snow cone industry.
Got my shoes tied tight.
Finally have the meeting set up with him. Okay.
Here we go.
And so then you you show up late and your phone's ringing the entire time and you wonder why Billy didn't buy your little paper cups.
I was just checking the M line on the rotary girder, and I was got a little bit lost on the way here.
I've got some management
traffic.
issues, Billy. The manufacturing company. I'm not. They're supposed to email me a quote, so
Crazy
I'm
deal.
checking on it during our meeting.
All right.
Billy,
I want to ask though, because Z, you have, with your optometry clinic, you have customers that come in. There's emergencies. Keith Schultz here. He's the founder of Witness Security. It is a company. If you're looking for a home alarm system or a home security system, this is the guy you want to talk to. Keith, what questions do you have for Z when it comes down to the brass tacks of time blocking with your schedule? Because you got a lot of customers, a lot of stuff going on. You got thousands of people, thousands of accounts. Talk to any question you want to ask Dr. Z about time blocking, man. The floor is yours.
I was thinking the main thing I need to I struggle with is I get pretty close to 400 calls a day. So main thing is I've been trying to find somebody to take that from me.
Okay.
And how to find that person, the right person to do that.
What are the calls about?
They're usually calls about service. Could be, calls wanting a quote. Could be calls, as far as my secretary and those that are work in the office have questions, things like that.
Well, here's what you do. First off, you break it down into categories. You don't hand them all off day one.
Okay.
You don't get a dude and say, dude, here's my phone. You're now me.
This is so cool because I'm not you, but I think I am.
Good luck, bro. You broke them down into 3 or 4 categories right there. Okay.
Right.
So what you did is now, one of them is service. Okay.
Yes.
So now let's say, do you have a service department? Here, number one, we have someone to answer them. And then you say, listen, if they're in this category, they go to me.
Okay.
If they're in this category, they go to Billy.
Oh, awesome, bro.
If they're in this category, they go to Nancy.
Hi.
Now, you may say to yourself, well, I don't have a Billy and Nancy yet. Well, now all of a sudden, when we come back from the break, we're going to start talking about how to duplicate yourself a little bit and what that means as far as building your business and bringing people on.
Now,
Because
the thing
that's
is-
part of a healthy business.
Yeah.
Drivers, at our workshop, January 20th and 21st, we will teach you how to attract, hire, and inspire top talent. Thrivetime Show.
For the professional-looking man out there, this is for you. Are you tired of waiting for hours in disorganized barbershops around town? Are you maybe looking for an upscale haircut experience instead of being treated like a little kid? If either of these thoughts crossed your mind, then Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is for you. The Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is proud to offer a variety of packages and memberships for discerning men and regular customers who wish to maintain their tailored look while receiving discounts off of services and products. They're going to bring you in, they'll offer you a beverage, identify your style that you're going for, get you a tailored haircut from one of the professional stylists, wash your hair, and then style it afterwards so you could even go back to work. The experience is awesome. They even do cool things for members like a free nape shave on Mondays or a peppermint oil scalp massage on Tuesday. Check out one of the locations near you and book an appointment. You can check them out at eitrlounge.com or just dial 918-877-2219. Seriously, you're going to love it. 918-877-2219 or visit eitrlounge.com to book an appointment today.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com, and you've got it on. You're listening to the Thrivetime Radio Show. It is business school without the BS. And yes, before I digress, I want to introduce the man with the plan, the co-host with the most, the optometrist that Tulsa has chosen to be their optometrist of choice for 25 years. It is Dr. Robert Zellner. Sir, welcome back from Guatemala.
Oh, thank you very much. I tell you what, I had lunch yesterday. I don't think I told you this.
No.
With Steve Hunter, a big wig at Scripps, which owns Talk Radio 1170.
And HGTV.
Yes, and you're listening to right now, by the way. And we had lunch yesterday, and he said that you're gonna like this. I can't believe I haven't told you this yet.
He has a big wig. I'm worried about this. He has a huge wig. His mop is huge.
No, he's
Okay.
You took me literally on that. I like that. It's clever. It's clever. I like your cleverness, Clay.
Sorry.
C starts with clever and Clay. What he said is, hey, Thrivetime Show is the #1 rated local business talk show in the Tulsa and Green Country, in the Tulsa region.
Wow. This just in from the big wig.
The big wig.
The man with all the hair that says he doesn't care.
But you know what?
It's all you always take. The thing is, you build me up. I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting to feel. I feel like I think it's endorphins. I get adrenaline. I get the whole thing.
Dopamine.
And then you look at me and you're going to take it away. I know it's going to happen.
No, I'm not. But just to be fair, we're the only local business talk radio show.
Oh, why
in
would
the
he hit
Tulsa
me
area.
on the?
Sorry, man. Hey, we're on the left coast of the Arkansas River, and listen, sometimes it's a river. And sometimes it's a beach.
It's a path. It's a beach.
And that's where life is. Sometimes it's flowing water and it looks beautiful. And you're like, oh, look at that. It looks actually like a river now. And sometimes here at the Thrive 15 headquarters, the epicenter of business excellence,
Boom.
We're actually beachfront property. So we've got both kinds here.
Now, Thrivers, we're talking about how are you going to implement all these things you're learning? How do you maintain focus as an entrepreneur? How do you maintain focus as an entrepreneur? And to kind of reset it, Keith, our special guest here from Witness Security, he's asking Dr. Z, hey, listen, I've got 400 customer service calls coming in during a typical day. His business, Witness Security, it's the security company of choice for so many Tulsans. So many people use his company. He prides himself on customer service excellence and responding quickly. How does he, with that sort of a business, how does he block off time, Z?
Well, what he said is, I've got so many calls coming. I've got 400. And I said, well, what kind of calls are they? And he broke them down into 3 or 4 different categories. He says, there's your answer right there. You don't hand them all off day one, right? So let's say we take the service calls. So you take service calls number 1, you say, okay, I'm going to have a guy that I'm going to shift all those service calls. Let's say it's 200 of the 400. Let's say it's 150 of the 400, okay? Now all of a sudden you've taken 400 calls and now you've lowered it down to half of that, okay? And you've got someone now dealing with those service calls, right?
Right.
And so pretty soon the idea is that you don't want a job, you want a business.
You don't want a job, you want a business.
And as you grow your business and bring on new people and you bring on talented people and you bring on people that you can share your, the vision of Witness Security to, that get it. Now all of a sudden, as you bring them on, you can hand them off more and more stuff, and then you inspect what you expect, So we're always making sure we're double checking it, right?
One thing I think it's very important. Many of the legendary leadership experts out there will tell you, and if you read like 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, or maybe you read Habits of Highly Effective People, you're going to discover that you want to begin with the end in mind. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that Dr. Z is passionately working as a young man, and he's trying to create a job. So his goal is to be self-employed. And by the way, if you're listening right now, that could be you. So that's not me. I would never do that. Okay, here's the thing is a lot of people, though, your job, because what you did is you become an entrepreneur there's one of two ways. One is you're unemployable. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Or I mean, that's kind of that's why is he talking about me on the show? But one is you're unemployable. Or two is that you have motivation beyond, you have ambition beyond what a job can provide. So what happens is you go out there, and if you're that person who just wants to be self-employed, you're just fighting with the world. I just want to wear my own uniform, and I'm tired of wearing that uniform, and I just want to set my own hours, and I just want to have my own logo, and I just want to have my own van. I'm going to put my own logo on my van. Take that, other company. And then all of a sudden you realize, I'm 40.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
I'm 50.
I'm a man.
Oh, no, I've built a job and not a business.
Yeah.
And so right there is the big fork in the road is, do you want to build a business or a job?
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio
Now,
1170.
Z, here's the next aspect, okay? Point number 3 is you want to set boundaries. You want to basically be able to set boundaries. And I talk about this. This is emotional blocking and communication boundaries. And this is kind of an emotional block and a communication block. You want to set those boundaries. So, Z, get into it. Why is it so important that you emotionally have to learn to block and not let the things at home bother you at work and the things at work bother you at home? Why is that such a hard skill for most people to master? And how do you do it?
Because you see, Clay, we're taught as a young person to be kind to everybody.
Yes.
To be nice to everybody.
Everybody.
You want everybody to love you.
I love everybody.
Because you're a nice guy.
I love me.
And nice guys don't say no.
They don't, yeah.
Nice guys say, absolutely, you can take me to lunch next week.
You can borrow
and
my shirt.
You could spend 2 or 3 hours with me just asking me random questions.
Here's my wallet, random friends.
The thing about it, Clay, this is going to sound. I hate sounding mean.
How do you
always put me on the spot to where
You
I
can
sound
be nice.
mean.
You can be nice. You don't have to get mean.
You know what? They want the truth.
They want the people
And
can't handle the
Thrive
truth.
Nation, if you're listening to the show right now, you're listening because you can handle the truth.
Okay.
It's not like, a few good men. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, but could you say it kind of like in a nice, sort of a politically correct, kind of a circular way where there's not actually a point?
No, I'm going to be direct, and I'm going to tell you how it is. And that is, you have to limit the number of people that have access to you.
That is so mean and so judgmental. All right, that's it.
I know, I'm done. Okay, change the channel. Let's go
A lot
back.
of people, though, right
Let's
there,
go back
it's
to listen
hard
to
for them.
angry politicians again. Let's or the home and garden show. That's it. We're done with business.
Yeah. What's
No,
up?
what I mean by that, Clay, is that if you let everybody have access to you, okay, then you're going to be spinning your wheels with just a bunch of randomness that is not productive for you. Listen, you've got your schedule. You know what you need to get done for the day. You've got your list. We saw Clay's list earlier in the day, right? Yeah. Show me your list again, Clay.
Okay, here we go.
He's got his list. Now, if he wants, he could spend the day having a bunch of randos tie up his time, use his time how they want to use it. Listen, it's your time. You get to use it how you want to use it. So I tell people, listen, you don't want to let everybody have access to you. And you want to have a few core people that always have access to you, right? I probably have not quite 10 that they can call me and I'll be there and they've got my full attention. And when they call, they've got my full attention, right? Right? And then they have so many people that they do the same thing with, right?
I have a kind of an analogy that goes with this. I have 5 kids.
Okay.
And whenever my kids want to invite a friend over, I want to make sure that the people we invite over to our house are bringing the same values into my family. I don't want just randos coming into our house. And so I've had to set sort of boundaries and certain criteria. So when we meet them at ballet or dance lessons or gymnastics or whatever, I want to meet the dad, meet the mom, talk to them, make sure they're the right fit for the family. Because, again, I mean, you only have so many hours. Every day is a gift, Z. You only have a certain number of hours, and if you're not careful, you're going to just spin your wheels. Now, the emotional communication about just saying to not take home the issues of the workday to the home. How do you, or take the issues of home to work? How do you do that?
Yeah, I call it sounds a little cheesy, but it's just the word I use. I call it showtime. Showtime, baby. What does that mean?
What do you mean when you say showtime? We talk about the L.A. Lakers, the magical team with Magic Johnson there, James Worthy. I mean, boom.
Yeah, what does that mean? It means it's a Broadway production. You sell tickets to it, and
Showtime.
No, what it means is that whatever you're doing right then is the most important thing you can be doing. So you need to get all your focus on it. And so what I used to say before I would go in, when I first started off, before I would go in to see a patient, I'd pick up their chart that's back when we actually had paper charts back in the day,
Crazy.
back in the day. I would pick it up. I'd take a deep breath. I'd try to clear my mind of all the problems, all the issues. Is front desk gal, I caught her stealing from me yesterday. Oh, stress, trauma. I got the toilets leaking in the back bathroom. It's just like, it's like all
this.
this.
VCR flash 12 all the time?
It's all the stuff in the day that takes our time, and I take a deep breath. And I mentally say to myself, this is showtime. And when I walk in that room and I look at that patient and I smile and I greet them, that's the most important thing I can be doing right there. And I push everything else off to the side. So whether you're walking into your house or whether you're walking into your business, you need to leave everything else behind you. And you need to come up with the system. For me, it was that I'd take a deep breath, try to clear my thoughts, and I would literally say, I'd whisper in my head, I wouldn't scream it out, it's showtime!
It's showtime, baby! Showtime!
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't scream it out. But I would just say it to myself mentally. And I know it sounds kind of a little cheesy and whatnot, but you know what? For me, it worked, it was effective, and it was showtime.
Now, Thrivers, when we come back, speaking of showtime, we come back to the Thrivetime showtime. We're going to be getting specifically into step number 4 to help you to stay focused, which is breaking down your big ideas into small action items. Stay tuned. Thrivetime Show.
Okay, managing your money has not been easier. Mint.com is the solution to ambiguous and blind money management. You can effortlessly create budgets that are easy to stick to, or even use one that they make for you. Design budgets that are appropriate for now and put you in position to succeed in the future. Get notifications for weird account charges and receive personalized tips for eliminating fees and saving more money. Check your credit with a free credit score and explore what you can do to improve it to be able to purchase the things that you really want later. Link up the app on your phone, and money management on the go has never been easier. You can even link up your portfolio accounts so you can see your bank accounts and stock values side by side. Mint.com, you got to go check it out, and you can sign up for free. Again, that's mint.com, mint.com. Go sign up right now. It's definitely a game changer for money management.
Broadcasting from the center of the universe, featuring optometrist turned entrepreneur, Dr. Robert Zellner, and U.S. SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark. This is the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
It's the Thrivetime Show on your radio, teaching you what you need to know to make your business grow. Boom. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year. In your ear on the show here with Dr. Robert Zellner. We have a very special guest with us, Mr. Keith Schultz from Witness Security. It is the premium, one of the best companies in Tulsa for home security. So if you have a security problem around the house, or you're worried about taking care of your home, making sure that no one can break in, and you're making sure you have surveillance cameras and all the latest gadgets, they can help you. Keith, if people want to know more, where can they find out more about Witness Security?
Or you go to witnessllc.com. That's our website. And then you can also dial 918-289-0880. And that's how you get a hold of us.
One more time, the phone number, because I was just finishing. Dr. Z was passing me some Oklahoma Joe's baked beans. I was just finishing. Those beans are really good, Dr. Z. So what was the number one more time?
918-289-0880.
Okay, so we're talking about how to focus. Okay, we're talking about how to put the beans aside for just a minute. I mean, you can go to Oklahoma Joe's for lunch right now. You can still go there, but you want to kind of listen to the show while taking notes and eating beans. How do you focus? How do you get it all done as an entrepreneur? So point number 4 is you want to break down your big ideas into small action items. Now, Keith, you obviously were crazy enough to take your big idea. I want to start a business. And you went out and did it. So many people are running around town. I see them all. For some reason, I run into them most often at coffee shops. It's probably because it's my only data point. It's the only time I really leave the office. I either go to Reese's or a coffee shop. So I go to Reese's or a coffee shop, typically a coffee shop. You're sitting down and someone goes, yeah, I got this idea for this app I want to start. And it's a cool idea. And I'm not meaning to mock people who want to make apps, but work with me on this. And I go, right. So what's the name of your app? I don't really know. I don't want to limit myself. It's just I'm more focused on trying to make something from the ground up, something that's going to be disruptive. And you go,
and viral.
And
viral.
Yeah.
It's going to be viral.
Viral and disruptive. So you're like, specifically, what does it do? Man, I don't want to limit myself. Are you a coder? No, I didn't want to focus in college. I graduated a degree in business. And you're just kind of going, all right, Captain Vegatory. And then he goes, I just downloaded the 66 Steps for Success. I only paid $14,000 online for it. It's going to be awesome. I just walked on hot coals. Can you teach me the way? And I'm just like, you got to break it down into specific steps, bro. So, Keith, when you wanted to start your business, what was the first small specific step that you had to take? Or what were some of the first steps you had to take to go from big idea into big business?
My main thing that I focused upon was service. And
service.
The company that I worked with before, big name company.
Okay.
Probably the largest in the world.
Do not mention them, Keith.
I will
I'm
not.
Watching you.
Will not mention them. However, they would take 3 days before they would ever get to a phone number to where I could make a phone call. Being the installation and service manager for this big name company, I would get the phone number to call or list, and at 5:30 in the morning, and I'd start calling them at 7.
So you mean if a customer called in with a concern, the company would take 3 days to respond?
To actually get to the dealer to be able to do that response.
And this bothered you?
Very much so.
You saw a problem?
By the time I got to call those phone numbers, people were saying, I called 3 days ago.
So let me gripe for a second. Back in the day, there was a guy in Tulsa who was very, very kind. He was a nice guy named Rob Biggins. If you're listening right now and you know Rob Biggins, reach out, touch him, text him, say, they're talking about you on the radio. He started a company called All Access Mobile Music. And he was gracious enough to hire me because I didn't have any discernible skills and I wanted to become a DJ and I didn't have enough equipment back in college at first to get going. So I reached out to Rob and I saw this problem was that the students at Oral Roberts University didn't have much entertainment to do on the weekends that was clean and fun. And I figured I could throw dance parties, even though it was against the honor code. I could throw dance parties at the Marriott Hotel where there was no alcohol served, but it was a fun time. And I could serve dance parties. And so I saw a problem. I saw a niche. Kids looking for entertainment, college kids looking for something to do. So I reached out to Rob, and Rob saw a problem going, you have no equipment. And Rob said, I'll rent you the equipment in exchange for money. I will then use the equipment to put on dance parties. See, he solved a problem for me. I solved a problem for them. I paid him. Customers paid me. That's how it works. But when did you have the jump point, man? When did you actually start this business? What happened?
2 years later.
2 years later?
It took me 2 years to be able to come up with a solution, how I was going to do that, and then go forward with it.
Did it take you 2 years because you called the customer service line and they took 2 years to get the call to you that you called about your own issue?
No, I went to work with another company, a local company in town, and was a very good company to work with. And at that point, that individual, which his name, okay, if I mention his name?
Oh, if it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
Tim Carpenter was his name.
Oh, Tim Carpenter. How you doing, Tim Carpenter?
Hey, Tim, what up?
Fantastic individual. I loved working for him.
Yeah.
He was looking to sell his business.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to have a part of a business that he was going to sell because I knew it was going to go back to a big name company. So I went out and started my own.
Now, Z, there's a big group of people, according to Forbes magazine, there's 57% of our listening audience.
All right, I got it.
That wants to start a business.
Got it. Yes.
And you and I have, and we're not exaggerating, have had thousands of questions come in at thrivetimeshow.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of them come into thrive15.com.
Oh, we love them, each and every one. Keep them coming.
And I would say half of the questions are for people who want to start a business, and they don't know the first step to turn their big idea into reality. So we have something for them. We've got a little special something coming up for them here.
It's a great way to kick off the new year. 2017. Listen, I tell you what, let's make this the year we do it. Let's make this the year that we act. Let's make this the year that we take our first step down the road of starting our own business. Why not?
Why not?
Are you too busy? Are you too busy to do it? Are you too busy to change the rest of your life?
Yeah, I mean,
are you too busy?
I'm going to say this. What we did is we put together a 2-day intensive business workshop.
It's hot sauce. I tell you what. You know when you go in the Mexican restaurant, they give you the regular salsa.
Do you want the super spicy? Do you want
And
the
then,
super
and then you're
spicy?
like, this is good. But then you look at the waiter or the waitress and you say, hey, you got the real spicy, the real hot salsa? And they say, oh, oui, si, senor.
You got your buddy Ralph with you. Maybe a Billy. Is a Ralph or a Billy? Probably a Billy.
Probably Billy.
And Billy's like, see, you got to do the habaneros, man. You got to do it. You got to, when you feel that burn in your belly, then you know you're the man. Do it.
This 2-day workshop is the hot sauce.
It is.
It's the good stuff. It's the stuff we deep dive in. I mean, we give you practical steps on the Thrivetime show, and that's what we love about this. I mean,
right.
Clay's heart and my heart is really business coaching. We love mentoring. You know, in business, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to break it down. You're going to learn 2 ways. You're going to learn by either a mistake, and we've all made them, or you're going to learn by mentorship.
Oof.
Right?
Boom.
And we prefer the second way of doing it. The first way is powerful. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you will make, you'll make some mistakes and you go, okay, learn from that. Won't do that again. And that's the way it is. But to learn from mentorship, you're learning from somebody else's mistake.
So check it out, Thrivers. I want you to write this down right now. Write this down. Write down these dates. January 20th and January 21st. That's a Friday and Saturday. What are you doing on those dates? I'm watching cartoons nonstop. Okay, fine. Maybe you can't make it for that day.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That's good stuff.
It's a good show. It's a good show. It's a good mentorship, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is, January 20th and 21st, it's a 2-day workshop, 7.5 hours per day here at the beautiful Jinx Riverwalk. We have a fun day planned for you. It's 2 different days of workshops. We teach branding, sales, accounting, marketing, customer service, how to raise capital. We have hundreds of downloadables. You leave with a tangible copy of our 550-point business system. So many people ask Z and I, what is your business system? It's in the book called Start Here. 550-page book. It is yours when you come here, and we don't upsell you anything.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
And here's the deal. If you have $7 in your bank account, you can afford to go. We have a scholarship program that's funded by many generous investors. So there's no excuse. Time, money, there's no excuse other than I'm not motivated. And if that's you, that's cool because you just aren't going to have any growth this year, and you're just accepting that. You're just going, you know what? I'm just going to stay where I'm at because I don't want to invest the $7 in myself to go to a workshop because they have a scholarship for you. Or, I'm just telling you, we're here to help you. This is your year to thrive, and I promise you, we're not going to upsell you a single thing in the back of the room. We teach this stuff, see?
Absolutely. And I tell you what I've said in an earlier segment is that the time management portion may be worth all of it put together.
It is.
Because I hear so many times people are like, well, man, how do you get stuff done? Because I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time to get stuff done. I mean, I run out of time. I don't have the time.
Bro, it's like 4 o'clock, bro.
Time. I hear it over and over and over and over and over.
We've been talking about time since 4. It's like 5 now, bro.
Exactly. So I'm telling you what, we even have a time management system. We teach you vis-a-vis through Lee Cockrell. Who's Lee Cockrell?
Who is Lee? I feel like, is that the new theme park out there in Orlando, the one that all the kids are talking about called Disney World?
Yes. He ran Disney World. And you talk about time management. He had 40,000 employees that he had to manage.
That place will never catch on.
Apparently, got a mouse running around there. Just weird. It's like a full-size mouse. Yeah, 40,000 people. He used his time management system, and we integrated that into Thrive15.com, okay?
Yeah.
We integrated that into our teaching.
Oh.
And it is a game changer, that alone, because you got to have your foundation. You got to know how to schedule your day. You know how to get things done. Because you may say to yourself, well, how can I start a business? I don't have the time.
I don't have the time.
Yeah, how can I take my first step? I don't have the time.
Half the people say I don't have the money. Half the people say I don't have the time. We teach both.
And and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's in-person workshops. You can meet us. You can shake our hand. You can raise your hand. I got a question. We'll answer your question.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. I tell you need to be here because 2017 is the year of doing. I love your term. It's we have entrepreneurs and we have wantrepreneurs.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to.
I have a great idea.
Yeah, I want to.
I know a problem that needs to be solved.
Yeah.
I know a widget that I can make.
Boom.
That I can sell for a profit. But you know what? I have the security of I punch this time clock and I get a check and that's my security blanket.
Smith, what are you doing over there? Nothing, boss.
Nothing, boss. I'm sorry, boss. Yeah, get Smith, get back to work. Billy, get back to work.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is we get that.
We get it.
And you got to understand, we embrace that. Listen, starting your business is not about quitting everything you're doing and then diving off a cliff. That's not what we teach you.
I'm going to be naked until my business succeeds.
That's not what we teach you. You could continue. What we teach you is this: is sometimes, you know what, you got to go get a second job.
Yeah, or in my case, a third job.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't. I thought I'm starting a business so I don't have to get jobs. That doesn't make sense.
And now, Thrivers, check it out. So let's say you have 3 jobs or 2 jobs, or you got 1 job. The next thing you got to do is you'll learn how to manage your to-do lists. And I'm going to just kind of hustle through this point, but I want you to write these points down. Anytime you put something on the list, this is where the magic happens. Write down next to the item on my list here, how long is it going to take to do it?
Ooh, there you go.
So here's the deal. This is one right now. It says listen to call with team. You see that right there? Listen to call with team. Rick
I see
Miller.
it right there. Yeah.
The call is 32 minutes long. So how long will it take me to listen to the call? There's a customer service call we had. Someone was calling about a workshop. How long will it take me to listen to a 32-minute call with the team?
Well, it'll minimum 32, but probably 35 because you got to get everybody together. You got to play the list. You got to think. So
I blocked out an hour today, and I said if we have anybody cancel today, I'm going to do that. And I gathered the team and I worked with them, and then I had a little. Sam knows I gathered the guys for like 5 minutes and went over a situation of a customer service enhancement we're doing. We're trying to make when you come to the Thrive 15 World Headquarters, it is beautiful, and we're trying to make the experience even better. And I was like, guys, this is a move we need to do.
And if they're on Facebook Live, they can actually, we're in the box that rocks, and we have windows on the side that the actual camera, Sam pan it to where they can and they can actually see the headquarters right here. It is one of the coolest spaces around.
Many people come in and go, is this like, am I in Silicon Valley? I thought it was in Tulsa.
Is this Google?
Is this Google?
You have a slide somewhere?
Now, the thing is, Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to talk about move number 6, which I want to dive into, and I want Keith to be able to ask any questions to Dr. Z, because Keith prides himself at Witness Security on having great customer service. And many people, not you, Keith, but many people say, well, do you want quality or quantity? Do you want to have quality or quantity?
Don't get me started.
So we're going to talk about email management. When emails start flooding in, customer service emails, how do you respond to them all? How do you respond to just a few of them because you want to do quality, or all of them, or what do you just email management? And look at this new Chuck Norris joke just came in via email right now. I clicked the link, and now I'm at thrivetimeshow.com. I'm at thrivetimeshow.com.
This show's episode is brought to you by Moz.com. If you have ever considered the World Wide Web as a viable strategy for your business, you gotta check out this tool. Online marketing is complicated, but Moz software makes it easy. Companies like 99 Designs, Otterbox, and Aaron's, they all use Moz because it works. Explore organic search keywords for your business, research Bing and Google search results for your targeted keywords, and link up Moz Local and Google My Business. Seriously, this tool is crazy powerful with the clarity it brings to online marketing for your business. Even if you're just curious, start a 30-day trial with Moz.com today. It's a game changer for your business. Moz.com, MOZ.com.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station right here on Talk Radio 1170. It is Tulsa's only local business radio show. Now, here's the thing right now. I want to challenge you. We're headed into a new year. It's been a year of it's been a season of giving. It's been a season of giving to others. You probably brought your loved ones some specific gifts they loved, and it was exciting for you to watch them open up the gifts under the tree. But what I want you to do is I want you to make a list right now of 2 people that you need to share the Thrive Time show with, because everybody knows 2 people who their business is in the toilet, and you hate to do it. It's probably your brother, it's probably your cousin, it's your neighbor. Maybe you're rocking. You're driving right now in your oversized, beautiful truck, and your brother's living underneath a bridge somewhere doing his
a landscaping company.
Yeah, he's just struggling. So what you do is you go to thrivetimeshow.com, and all of the radio shows are archived. You go to thrivetimeshow.com, and you can share it with them. And I just encourage you, because it's free. It doesn't cost them anything. There's no upsell. But you can, and I literally, an example, there's one lady who's a Thriver who listens in Sydney, Australia, faithfully. As a result of her friend who lives in Missouri, as a result of her friend who lives in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So that's how that works. We want to encourage you to share that with somebody. Think about somebody that you care enough about to share with them. And now we get into how to focus today, how to focus. And we're getting into point number 6. How do you, Z, focus with all that email coming in, man? All that email.
Huh? What would you say?
I'm sorry, I was reading the Chuck Norris joke that I just got via email. And
I'm sorry, I was watching a cat video.
There's a
I'm sorry,
Saudi
what?
prince. I was going to fund him while you were talking about the cat.
Oh, there's a Nigerian prince. I funded. Millions are coming in soon.
Which one should we fund?
Wow, let's do both.
New Chuck Norris
Let's
joke.
double our money.
Oh, my mom just sent me a picture of the cat. Your mom sent you. Okay, how do you stay focused?
Well, I mean, you're purposeful. Because you have to get all the distractions out of the way.
You've got mail.
I tell you what, I'm old enough. I'm old and I can remember back when,
You've got mail.
we did have these things called cell phones. I tell you what, these cell phones it's crazy how much attention they take from us throughout the day.
Yeah.
If you really knew how addicted you were to checking that phone, you would go, I need to check myself into they should have a Betty Ford Center for phone addiction.
There is a article that I was reading, and I encourage everybody to Google this phrase, but is your smartphone making you dumb? And there was an article I read that was showing, and this is really bizarre, but you know how you shouldn't text and drive because you're distracted? Right. They were showing that people who are on their smartphone consistently, because the average person is on their smartphone checking it so often, the statistics are alarming, that they said their mind is reduced. They're basically their cognitive and their critical thinking skills. It's their critical thinking skills. Their critical thinking skills are reduced to that of a third grader.
Can't think.
Because they're just constantly, Facebook update, text message, voicemail, call, email. It's too much, Z. So how do we manage it?
Well, you manage it by getting those distractions out of there. You manage it by having a to-do list. You manage it by being purposeful in your day. Lee Cockrell of Walt Disney fame has this time management system, and he says you're going to get done what you have scheduled. And if you let all the distractions of the day dictate your day, you're not going to get your to-do list done.
And Lee says this, Lee Cockrell of the Walt Disney World fame. I'm going to read it with a Mickey Mouse voice because that's really the best way to give tribute to Lee Cockrell. Here it is.
Do you have some ears you can put on for Facebook Live?
You either pay now or pay later with just about every decision you make about where and how you spend your time. What? I don't know why I ended with that.
I don't. A mousetrap caught you, Mickey. I don't know.
That's the sound a koala makes when it's scared.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, seriously, you got to be thinking about these things. I want to ask you though, Keith Schultz here, founder of Witness Security LLC, Tulsa's #1 security system company.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Email questions. What email questions do you have for Dr. Z?
Email questions. If we get a flood of emails for mainly just people having questions about security systems.
Okay.
As a rule, I normally feed that to my secretary to take care of, but I'm not sure whether that's a good avenue to take.
Well, I mean, if there are questions about security, then they're leads.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And leads are the lifeblood of your business, right?
Yes.
So I'm not sure what else you're delegating, but that's something that I would, if you're your sales team, you want to have a sales team, but let's say you're your sales team. You've started your business, you're running your business, you've only got a few people working, half of them are your family because you're like, you can't afford to pay them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a thing. Really, when you start off, it's okay, So sales leads are the lifeblood. And I would probably, if it's a sales lead, I would take that personally. And that's where I would spend my time. Because sales lead, that's where you get your business.
And you don't ever want to delegate to
money.
somebody unless they are a honey badger. And a honey badger is an animal. If you look it up here during the break, go to YouTube and type in honey badger. A honey badger is an animal that survives by eating the larva of bee larvae, and they eat snakes.
Oh, yeah, they'll eat pretty much anything.
Yeah, and so my son is a honey badger of ice cream at Brahms right now. So he's like, Dad, can we go to Brahms? And I'm like, yeah, we can go to Brahms. And about 20 seconds later, Dad, can we go to Brahms? I'm like, yeah, but see, the thing is, you asked me, and unless we transported there like Star Trek style, I'm going to have to get in a car. I mean, I'm looking for my keys, and he's like, Dad, are we going to go to Brahms? And I'm like, dude, listen, that's 3 times. That's a violation.
I'll get my keys.
That's who you want on your sales team.
Right, exactly. So, your secretary is a secretary for a particular reason. You didn't say she's in charge of my sales team, Right. You said she was my secretary. So, I mean, as far as that goes, that's the hot sauce. That's the lifeblood. That's where you make your money is selling, right?
Right.
Okay, so those are things that I would personally take on myself if I were you. You can delegate some other stuff. We talked already about service calls. Delegate that to, you said your son's coming on right now, and he's handling a lot of those. And so, you can delegate other stuff, questions about the billing, questions about that. That's what you give to your secretary, But as far as hot leads, Ooh, baby, that's what you want to get
Hot
on.
Leads. Was that a Rod Stewart song? Hot Leads.
No, I think it's Hot Legs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now here's the deal. Point number seven. Help you stay focused there. This is file management and file nomenclature, aka the naming of things. This right here, point number 7, is my favorite. I am just right now. I cannot handle it. This must be said. This must be spoken. Work with me on this, Thrivers. I want you to Google.
You know what?
What?
I want you to preach about this a little bit.
Okay.
This is your wheelhouse.
All right, Thrivers, here's the deal. Every file needs to have a specific naming system associated with it. You must name every file. Retrievability determines your ability to move quickly. If you're running around the office looking for a password, if they're in my office, you're going to get a curse word. You have got to save your stuff in the right place. You got to save it in the right place, because if you don't save it in the right place, you got to run around going, hey, where's that file? Where's that password? And it's just jackassery. It's just stupid. It's just, well, imagine that Noah did it. So what do you want to name this animal, Noah? I don't know. We'll just call it something. Okay, what's the next one? I don't know. We'll call it it. I don't know. We'll call it those guys, those things. And I see businesses running around, but we're talking about doctors, lawyers, attorneys, top-level entrepreneurs who literally spend half their day looking for their freaking business card file, looking for their passwords. Yeah. And we have a nomenclature training we're going to do at the Thrive15.com world headquarters at our 2-day workshop on January 20th and January 21st. Someone needs to write this down. January 20th and January 21st, go to thrivetimeshow.com. We will teach you the specific proven nomenclature system, and I want you to Google this. Google Elon Musk during the break. Google Elon Musk and acronyms. This is the guy who built SpaceX, Tesla, PayPal. He goes off about the stupidity of using abbreviations for things that shouldn't be used, or acronyms that no one understands. Or you've got to have a naming system. It'll wear you out, Zay.
Wear you out. And I tell you what, you are passionate about this. Woo. And I will tip my hat. I don't have a hat on, but I'm going to tip an imaginary hat to you, Clay Clark.
Oh boy.
Tipping a hat, because this you've owned, and you do it well, and you do it with excellence.
The Thrive Time Show. Stay tuned.
Right now, how are you taking credit card payments for your business? It's never been faster or easier to begin taking credit card payments for your business than with Square. You know, the little white square that plugs into your phone's headphone jack? It's awesome. This payment app is great for businesses such as food trucks, beauty salons, and retail shops. The users receive a small portable card reader that they can attach to a phone or other mobile device to take fast and convenient payments. The way it works is that it subtracts 2.75% of every time a card is run, and it does it automatically. So if you sell a sandwich for $20, you'll see a net gain of $19.45 in your bank account the next day. If you enter the card by hand, it costs 3.5% plus 15 cents on top of that. They encrypt everything so you know you're secure. They make it super clear to start and even offer bonuses for sharing with friends. So you can learn more at squareup.com. It's free to download and works on all devices and operating systems. So make sure that you go visit squareup.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
It's the Thrive Time Show, and guess what? We are back, and we're listening to some Michael Jack, and in fact, we're going to teach you how to start and grow a business today. It's business time, Thrivers. It's business time. So many people want to start and grow a business. We've done that successfully, Dr. Zellner and myself, and we're not here to go, oh, today's topic, we're going to talk about how we feel about how you feel about politics. No, we're talking about how to grow a specific business, how to do it, specifically the topic about focusing. And Z, this next aspect, number 8, is calendar management. Calendar management. And so
I got something I want to say before that.
I want to hear it.
And we're going to deep dive in this. We're going through all the different points on how to, today's topic is how to focus your day, and focus on your business, and focus on building your business, not just kind of busy in your business. And we're going to have our 2-day workshop here at the Thrive 15 headquarters.
Oh, I'm excited.
And one thing, just listening to Michael Jackson on the intake, coming into the segment kind of gets me in a dancing mood, But what's really cool is the space, the Thrive 15 headquarters where we have the 2-day workshop, was a restaurant / kind of nightclub before. back in the day, years ago.
Z, you look great. Is your first time to come into the club here and say,
And we left the dance floor.
we did.
We left the dance floor up there.
You never know what can happen.
You never know what can happen. So, as a bonus,
As a bonus.
we might, like teach, like moonwalking lessons in the workshop.
This could happen. Things.
I don't know.
stranger
Crazier things have happened. I mean, if Michael Jackson just breaks out over the sound system, we might have to, teach some moonwalking or something.
The thing is, Thrivers, once we teach you how to grow a business, there's no problem with celebrating a little bit. So
there's no problem. I'll tell you when that's one of my core things, That's what whenever I talk about my 10 rules of building a business or running a business, one of them deals with that.
Yes.
And it makes me want to go back down to the farm.
Yeah.
Because you see here, you got to know when to cook that pig. Business rule number 3. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you have to know when to celebrate. And so here at Thrive, yes, we're all about getting it done and going through the steps, talking about our 13. If you email us, we will run your website through our 37-point checklist and tell you about the compatibility it has with Google. We'll tell you about all that, what needs to be fixed, the score you get. All that fun stuff. We're all about the business, We're going to teach you all the different steps and 15 hours of in-depth, hands-on education.
We'll show you the force.
But I'm telling you what, we're also about celebrating. We're also about having some fun. So when you come to this workshop, be prepared to learn a lot, but be prepared to have it sprinkled in there. Just a little bit of fun.
You'll laugh a lot.
Yeah.
You'll laugh a lot at these things. I'm just telling you, you're going to laugh and learn. It's an edutainment.
If you don't, Clay will personally tickle you.
Okay, we're going to tickle you, Trevor. I
Tickle
know it's
party.
kind of weird, but I'm going to tickle you. Now, here's the deal, Thrivers. We're talking the next move is point number 8 is calendar management. Now, we have Keith here, the founder, Keith Schultz, the founder, of a business called Witness Security. What do? They install security systems to help keep your family safe, keep out the bad guys. So, Keith, why is it so important when you tell a customer, hey, I'm going to be there at 4, that you show up at 4? And as a general rule, why is every person that I've ever hired who's a security system installer, with an exception of you, why do I call them and I say, hey, what time are you going to be there? They say 4, 6 o'clock, my wife's calling, going, when are they coming? How do you manage your calendar? How come they can't manage their calendar? What's up?
Every appointment we set is set 15 minutes prior to the actual scheduled time.
Okay.
So therefore, it gets me on the road sooner. And I usually try to get there about 10 minutes prior.
So someone's listening right now going, I tell you what, I'm listening to the show and I'm going, yeah, some jobs may take longer. Some jobs may take shorter. I get there when I get there. Z, why is it so frustrating as a consumer when you hire any kind of tradesman, contractor, employee, you do an interview, you do a dinner meeting, whatever, and somebody just has no regard for your calendar or your schedule? Why is that just wear you out?
It's the ultimate in being rude. Because what you hear them say is your time doesn't matter.
Well, I was trying to get there around like 3, right? But then I was hungry and I'm looking for some roast beef. Now I would have bought the roast beef, but I could not locate my wallet. So I get stuck in the traffic.
I had to backtrack back to the office to get my wallet because I left my wallet.
And the stories get more and more elaborate the more perpetually late someone is.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is we're all busy.
I was so busy. I was playing I was working hard.
We all have a busy schedule. We all trying to get stuff done. We've all probably scheduled 10 things for the day when we probably have time for 9 things. Most of us in the world of being busy, right? That's what it is. And so when someone disrespects you and acts like your time doesn't matter.
Your time does not matter to me. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't matter. I'm just saying your time does. I mean, the time that I told you I would be there does not matter, but you matter a lot. I mean, dear customer, I really do value your time, which is why I
value your money and I want your business.
I will show up between 1 and 5. Basically,
I will show up sometime this week. So
please take the day off. All I want to do is install some cameras.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I mean, that's why at my optometry clinic, we're trying to be efficient with people's time, and some people actually fuss about it. They go, well, and back in hometown Podunk, America, my eye doctor takes, hours with me, and you guys I felt kind of rushed through the system. Well, we didn't rush you through the system. We're just trying to be efficient with your time because we know your time's valuable.
Back in Wisconsin, my optometrist, he'd take usually about an hour to get to know me.
Is that Dr. Sven?
Yeah, but I mean, sincerely though, if you're getting it, you offer a great deal, and you've offered a great deal for 25 years. Great deals.
Yeah,
And efficiency, you're able to offer discounts, you're able to offer better value,
Right.
Or you could go slower. You got to charge so much more for everything.
Well, that's the thing about it is, I mean, it's kind of like, I once had a lady stop me in the hallway, and I could tell she was frustrated by the system because we have kind of a system. It's kind of we're the Ford of eye care.
You're like the Ford of eye care. Unbelievable. It's like McDonald's in here. What is wrong with you?
Well, there's a difference. I mean, Mercedes-Benz, you have one guy, and he lovingly builds a car
Let me
all
touch
by
it.
himself.
I
He
made
does
this car by myself in my bed.
every little step, and then he Bjorn, he puts his name on the inside of the trunk, that's certified and built by Bjorn.
Let me-
it took me 2 months to build your car.
You want to come in here and
And
look
at
at
Ford,
the handcraft?
he had this assembly line concept. Everybody thought he was crazy, but he had this assembly line contest. And so one person all day long did the one thing, and they got efficient, and they could build a lot more cars.
Crazy.
And so that's kind of how my office is. We have several, blah, blah, blah. I'm
You have
talking,
somebody
I get so
about
excited. I get so
bop.
We have people that do just one thing all day long, and that's the efficiency of it. But sometimes if you're not used to that, I had this lady stop me in the hallway, and she said, "Oh my gosh, you're just like the McDonald's of eye care."
Unbelievable.
And I was like, and she meant it for a little bit of a dig, and I just smiled real big. And I said, "Well, thank you so much."
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
awesome. I mean, McDonald's always has a clean bathroom. I mean, you stop there on the expressways,
And
right? 'Cause they
billions
clean
and
bathrooms.
billions of customers.
And they serve billions. I wish I could have served billions of customers. And back in the day, they were opening up a new McDonald's worldwide every 12 hours. I wish I was opening up that many optical shops around the world.
Sounds like a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, and whether you're in Racine, Wisconsin, or Tampa Bay, Florida, those fries are going to be awesome.
They are. And the thing is,
Consistency.
Jim Gaffigan talks about it, but when you get that bonus fry, when you realize you think you're done with all the fries, but you find one more in the bag.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That bonus fry. Look at this. It's the bonus fry. I knew you were in there. It's just so exciting. Now, Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to talk more about bonus fries, and also we're going to talk about specifically the final 2 moves for staying focused in business. The final 2 moves for staying focused in business. And if you've ever wanted to stay focused in business, I haven't wanted to at all. I love distractions. But if you want to stay focused, look, there's a squirrel. No, but if you want to stay focused in business, is that a Chuck Norris joke? Look, there's a Facebook update. I should send a tweet. No, but if you want to stay focused in business, you want to stay tuned. Thrivetime Show. Super moves 9 and 10. Boom.
Are you looking to start or grow a business? Then you are definitely going to have problems and questions along the way. You will find the answers to all of your business questions at Thrive15.com. Thrive15.com provides online video-based business training taught by millionaires and successful entrepreneurs for less than $1 per day. That's less than your daily coffee budget. It's no classrooms, no get-rich-quick seminars. These are trainings broken into 15-minute segments that get you the answers that you need. It's business school without the BS. I dare you to try a 7-day free trial. Simply go to Thrive15.com, and the first 100 people will also receive a free downloadable for how to optimize your website. So stop wasting your time and money. Go to Thrive15.com and get your business questions answered now.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station. And in your ear, I am here to come help you start and grow a business. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Dr. Robert Zellner in the house, in the box that rocks.
I am so happy to be here. I was in Guatemala over the weekend.
You doing salsa dancing?
Now I'm back in Tulsa, back on the Thrive Time Show. I missed a couple of episodes, and I'm back, Thrive Nation, and I am so excited about our next in-person workshop.
This thing is hot, and I'm gonna tell you why it's hot, because I remember starting DJ Connection. Now you tell me, Thrivers, if you're listening right now, and you tell me if you ever had this happen to you. I'm starting DJ Connection. I'm growing my business. I hear a commercial. It's like, do you want to be motivated? Do you want to make money? Do you want to learn real estate? You want to learn sales? And I'm like, yes. Do you want to lose weight? I'm like, yeah, sprinkle that in too. And do you want to be a hero? Yeah. And I'm going, yeah. And you get to come out and meet, and it's some rando celebrity. It's some celebrity, some famous person, some famous politician. Next thing you know, it's at the BOK. It's at the Renaissance. It's at Sunday. And you go to the thing, and it's like $2 to attend, or it could be $1 to attend, and you go and they just try to upsell you. They're trying to sell you that get rich deal, and the guy's going, you want to learn my magic system? You want to learn it?
I've only got 10 spots left.
Only 10 spots left.
First 10 up here. First 10 up here.
$19,227 is what I would normally charge, but today it is only $17. Now, I don't know this, but I am going to throw in a signed copy, signed by somebody like Mike Tyson or something of a T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
And it's come on. I'm talking about.
Come on, man.
You want to learn some real business, Z? Z, you want to learn some real business, some real specific steps, some workflows? We're talking about checklists, how to optimize your website. That alone can be worth $1 million.
No, I don't know. I think, you know what? I'm safe in my little job here. I have that dream. I have that burning ember and deep buried. I've shoved it deep down inside me.
Bury that ember, Carl. Bury it.
Carl. But the thing about it is I found out over lunch, I'm eating my chicken salad sandwich, and, I'm sitting there listening to the Thrivetime show day after day. Thank you very much, by the way.
Chicken salad.
Chicken salad. It's a fine meal. It's a fine meal. Yeah. And you know what? You guys are starting to kind of blow a little breeze on that ember. You're putting tinder on it.
Put it out, Carl. I told you to put it out.
You're starting to get that little flame of entrepreneurship kind of revived back in me again with these practical business steps. The stories that you're telling about the mistakes you made, the successes you had, they're inspiring me. Now I'm thinking about taking that next step. I'm thinking about taking some action now. I've got this dream. I've got this idea. I know a problem that needs to be solved, a widget that I want to make. And you know what? Now I just need some practical deep dive steps.
And this is why you're going to come. You're going to sign up right now. You're going to go to thrivetimeshow.com. You're going to go there right now. We're giving you a moment. Go to thrivetimeshow.com, and you're going to sign up for the 2-day intensive business workshop. It's on Friday and Saturday. Starts at 7 a.m., goes until 3 both days. 45-minute workshop, then a 15-minute break. 45-minute workshop, 15-minute break. And we never have, and we never will turn down anybody for lack of financial resources. We care. Both Dr. Z and I know what it's like to grow up without financial resources. And I'm telling you what, I promise you, when we leave the conference, there's no upsell. We have a in-person one-on-one coaching. We have that available. We have the workshops. There's nothing else to upsell you. So get out here. Bring your mom, bring your dad, bring your cousin, bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your neighbor, bring somebody, bring them here, and we're going to help you focus on growing a successful business. And today's topic specifically is about focus, okay? So point number 9, you've got to balance the personal and business financial management. And I see so many business owners who are spending everything on growing that business. They're just all in, baby. Woo! And their family's like, Dad, do we have to eat oatmeal again? Little Billy, you just quit complaining. Dad, can I get any shoes this year? Little Billy, stop. I'm getting a billboard with my face on it. And it's just, they're all in with the business and their family's just starving. But you've got to have that balance, right? See, between personal and financial, personal and business management.
You have to have the balance. And one of the things that I teach in my book, Business Pig, is about delaying gratification. So there is a component of, maybe eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches maybe more often than you want to. There is a component of that. There is a component of buying the new car, pushing that off another year, right? There is a component of that delaying your gratification, because I tell you what, if you don't have a healthy business, you won't have a healthy personal life, because which comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, the chicken.
Well, that's a tough question, but I know which comes first when you own your own business, okay?
Right.
I know the business has to be healthy, because if the business fails, guess what? You can't go out and buy Little Billy new shoes.
No.
You can't go out and buy the new car.
Yeah.
You can't go out and buy the steak dinner.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
You can't join the bowling league and get your name embroidered on it and get that bowling ball that you want and put you want to go out to River Lanes and get a bowling ball and put the rose in the center of it.
The rose in the center.
You can't do that.
Cool.
You have to
Maybe
do some
lights up or something.
You have to do some cutbacks.
You got to do some cutbacks. And so that's part of what we teach you. And the thing about it is you want to have some balance, though. And that's what we talk about, the 6 things in life. When you want the fun component of it, you got to have you got to budget, and your money, here's the thing. If you don't make a budget, your money's going to go where it wants to go.
But a budget is telling your money where to go.
Oh, say that again. What'd you just say?
A budget is telling your money where to go.
Oh, so you mean I can be in charge of my money?
You can tell your money where to go? Yeah, you can. And check it out. Having a budget is something we will teach you at the Thrive Time workshops. I'm telling you, we go to thrivetimeshow.com. Someone get me a pen. I can't write this down. Thrivetimeshow.com. My iPad, the little stylus went out. Use your finger, bro. Thrivetimeshow.com. Check it out. Move number 10, learning to say no. And here are the big wasters I see in business. Learn to say no to charlatans. These are people who are just trying to sell you get-rich-quick schemes nonstop. 2, time wasters. 3, negative people. I want to ask you this because we have a very special guest on the show, Mr. Keith Schultz, here with Witness Security, one of Tulsa's finest home security companies, security alarms, security cameras. I want to ask you this, Keith. In your years of business, have you ever encountered like a get-rich-quick seminar of some kind, some sort of have you ever been approached about that kind of thing?
All the time.
And how have you learned to say no, or did you get sucked into a couple? Because I almost got sucked into a couple early ones. Where you go and now you've invested an entire day and you signed up for the minimum price thing, and you're going, "What am I doing? Do you ever get sucked in at all, or no?"
I've been to a couple of them, yes.
Okay. Now how have you learned to say no? Now, what do you do? Did you say no ski?
I basically tell them no if it's a lot of times it's Google calling or a funding company.
They say, "Do you want to fund your business overnight with $50,000 in your account by noon with zero repercussions and no interest?" And you're like, no.
Well, sure.
It doesn't happen.
Hi, I'm calling on behalf of a Saudi prince who's very well connected, Z. He's very well connected. The Saudi prince I know, he knows, who's the guy who you know, Z, the Saudi prince guy who knows the guy? Who's the
Well, mine's the Nigerian guy.
Yeah, he is very close friends with
Yeah.
the Nigerian prince, and all he's asking for is what I would call your bake routing numbers. So if you just go ahead and read those numbers real quick.
Because he's got to move millions of dollars out of the country, and he's going to give you a cut of it to help him out.
He needs $19,000 to what we call free-ify the money. No, the next move is the third is negative people. How have you learned, Z? How do you say no to negative people? I mean, how do you know when it's time to say no?
Well, I mean, anytime I tell you what, you could surround yourself with positivity, and there's a lot of negativity out there in the world, and if you could choose to do that, you could choose to go. And no offense to the lady out there named Nancy, Sam. I know your mother's named Nancy. I met her the other day, fine lady. But I call them negative Nancys.
Oh.
And people just love misery sometimes, and they just love. They want when they're miserable, they want people to be miserable around them. I'm not saying it's not proper to when it's someone close to you and you're in your inner circle and they're mourning some loss. Then yeah, that's okay. You should mourn with people that are. Can you believe
the main characters died in Rogue One? That's it.
No.
This is a bad week.
But I'll tell you what, people that are constantly being negative, you don't let them schedule time in your life. You walk away from them. You say, that's an interesting point, and you walk away. You go, but that's mean. Well, you know what? Or you could sit there and just listen to them spew negativity all over you, and that's no fun.
Now, Thrivers, here's the deal. You want to come to a place where you're going to meet other positive people?
Yes.
Do you want to come to a place where you can learn how to start and grow a successful business?
Yes.
You want to go to a place where there's zero student debt and you're guaranteed to be able to afford it even if you just have $7 in your wallet?
Yes.
You want to go to a place where there's no upsells?
Yes.
You want to go to the River Spirit Casino? No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you want to come to a Thrivetime workshop. You want to come to a Thrivetime workshop. Now, here's the details. First off, go to thrivetimeshow.com. Thrivetimeshow.com. It's January 20th and 21st. From 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 a.m. I've never woken up that early in my life. Oh, my gosh. What is that? No, you got to get 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Why is it so early? Because we want to get you home. You can enjoy the weekend, enjoy time with your family. We care about the family balance deal. It's a 2-day intensive workshop. We teach you everything you need to know to start or grow a business. We're talking marketing, sales. We're talking time management. We're talking lead management. We're talking customer service. We're talking about how to raise capital. What are we talking about? We're talking about the 2-day interactive Thrivetime workshops. And you know what? If you're listening right now outside of Tulsa, outside of the country, which many of you do because you go to Thrivetime Show and hear the podcast, Z, they got to go to Thrive15.com. Why do they have to go to Thrive15.com?
Because it's a Netflix of business coaching. If you want to have business coaching 24/7, you can binge watch it all the time. It's $19 a month. Go to Thrive15.com. We've got it all there for you. It's all there. You just got to dig around and find it and enjoy it because we did it for you.
Also, Thrivers, if you want one-on-one business coaching, we have that now available for you. Learn more at Thrive15.com. And see, as always, we like to tell people, knowledge without application is meaningless. So you want to apply what you learned today. And Z, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom!